everyone, so today I'm back to talk about my favorite travel apps. These are the apps that are on my phone that I use all the time for different things, and I thought it would be fun to share with you. I also have a coordinating blog post on my blog if you want to check it out. You will have links to all the apps and all of that, so let's go into my phone. The first app that I use every single day, even if I'm not traveling, I use it all the time, and I don't understand how people don't use this app every day, is Google Maps. I do everything on Google Maps. If I want to check the traffic, I go on Google Maps. If I want to check opening hours, I love their section. Like if you go onto Google Maps, you can swipe and you can get like recommendations for restaurants, for coffee places, for shops, for museum. Like this tab right here is a gold mine. I found some amazing addresses on there and I use it all the time. And the great thing is that if you're traveling abroad and you don't have data where you're going, you can actually download the maps. Like I did that when we were in New York. I downloaded the whole Manhattan map on my phone, and this is the best. You can access it offline. It's amazing. Now I do have a special little folder with all of my travel apps. So let's go on there. The first one that I love is TripIt. TripIt is just amazing, especially if you're traveling and you're making multiple stops. So for example, if I go, I think the best example for that would be our honeymoon. We changed hotels, we rented car, we had different flights, we had different activities, and it basically scanned through all your emails and it translates everything into the app. So as you can see, I had my flight, I had my layover, our hotel in Las Vegas, we went to the Britney Spears concert, so everything. You can get like your shows, your flights, your hotel, your transfer, your transportation, your car rentals, restaurant bookings. You can get everything into one app, and this is so easy to use. You can see things on the map. It's just the best app, especially if you're going multiple places or if you've made advanced booking for shows or restaurant or whatever. This has changed my life. Now we have the obvious. I use Uber whenever I'm traveling. If I'm not sure I'll get a cab or a taxi, I use Uber. Wallet is great to store your plane tickets, but it's also great to get your loyalty cards on there. I have my Sephora card and I have like tickets to shows and stuff like that, but I'm sure you know about that. Google Translate is amazing. The translation is pretty accurate, like 95% of the time it's nearly perfect. You can actually also have Google pronounce the sentence or the word for you, which is great, especially if you're going to a country that speaks a completely different language. You can draw the word or the sentence that you want to translate. You can take a photo and highlight the text that you want to translate, and you can also translate in real life, like you will hold up your phone in front of a poster or a transportation sign or something, and it will translate directly on the phone. This is amazing. We're going to Japan, which is so exciting, next month, and I know that not a lot of people in Japan speaks very good English, so I feel like this will come really handy. Then I use Disneyland app just whenever I go to Disneyland Paris. I use the Oyster app to track my Oyster card if I am in London. Airbnb, just the obvious. And then Mapstr is amazing. Mapstr is basically a map of the world, and you can add like places that you like. You can share them with friends. You can get an alert. So for example, when we were in New York, there were a couple of shops in Soho that I wanted to visit, and my phone would vibrate anytime I was close to that shop. Like if it's like in between 200 meters, it will let you know that you're really close by and you can stop. You can add places, you can see all your friends' places. It's just amazing. Whenever people ask me for recommendation in London or whenever I'm traveling and whenever people ask me for recommendation for like London or stuff like that, I always tell them to download this app and then add me so that they can have everything. You can add tags, you can add so many information. This is great. I will share my link to my profile in the description box in case you're curious, but this is just, it has changed my life. Then I have Skyscanner, which is really great if you want to travel. It will give you, if you have flexible dates, you can set up the calendar view and you can see when it's cheaper to travel to your destination. You can also get like travel ideas, you can have so many information. I always use the app whenever we're traveling and we're thinking about booking plane tickets. We always do that in this app. Then I have hotels.com, which is just a website that I use to book all of my hotels. They have a great reward system. Whenever you sleep 10 nights, like you book 10 nights, you get a free night of the average amount you spend on those 10 nights. And I actually had like 5 or 6 nights for free, including nights in beautiful hotels in Paris, in London, in New York. So this is very great. Seat Guru is really nice. Whenever you're traveling by plane, it tells you which seats are the best on the plane. And this is great. Like for example, my husband, he's very, very tall, so it will let you know which seats have most leg room, which ones are close to the toilets and stuff like that. It's just super useful. City Mapper is the last one that I want to mention. City Mapper is amazing. Whenever you are in the world, if you want to go from where you are to where you want to go, you can set up the cities. There are a ton of cities on there. I'm not sure which ones, like for example, I am in Brussels, but I mainly use that whenever I'm in London. It was a lifesaver when we were in New York. So for example, say you're at your hotel and you want to go uptown to a museum, it will let you know the approximate time it will take by foot, by transportation, by car, by bike. It will let you know how much it would cost you if you take a Uber or a Lyft. It will let you know if you take the subway, like the subway in New York. I heard so many people telling me it was confusing. We never made a mistake because I use the app every single time. It tells you how to walk to the station, where to get in at the station, how much it will cost you, how much time it will take you. And the best feature in my opinion is that it will tell you where to sit in the metro that you take. So we'll let you know, oh, okay, this is rush hour, there's a lot of people, head over to the first one or the third carriage. There are usually less people and it's always updated in real time. So this is just, it's the best app. I used it last time we went to London last January and it saved our lives so many times. Especially one day there had been an accident, so all the tube were messed up and I got back on my 2 feet with this app, so I highly recommend it. Also, I think all the apps I mentioned are free. I'm fairly positive all of them are free, so there you go. You can get like premium version of like TripIts and stuff. I don't, I just use the free version, and these are apps that I use every single time I'm traveling. So I hope that you enjoyed. If you want more travel tips, travel hacks, just hotel reviews and all of that, everything is on my blog. You have a great travel section with everything, and I will leave the link to the coordinating blog post in the description box in case you want to check it out. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back really soon with more travel content because I feel like you guys really enjoy it. I enjoy talking about travel. It's really one of my passions. And since we're going to Japan, which is so exciting, this is literally the travel that has been on my bucket list for 15 years. Back in the day when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with manga. I read all the Nana, all gals. I had this fruits book of Japanese street style. So this is really a dream come true and I cannot wait to be there and to make more content for you. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Take care everyone. Bye.